Time to look at another figure that I used to have when I was younger, sold off, regretted it, and immediately got back. Today we're looking at Universe 2.0 Heavy Load. Now as you can see, Heavy Load here is a repaint of Cybertron Quick Mix. And I'm not really too surprised about it because during this stage of Universe, that's kind of just what they started doing. Give it a different name, a different paint job, throw it in the faction that it wasn't in originally, and boom, you've got a new character for the Universe line. That's also how we got Drop Shot and Blaster. Am I going to complain about the? No. Because I love Drop Shot, and I can't wait to get him back one day. So Quick Mix here is also important because he's another Decepticon cement mix truck. And how many of those do we really have? We've got Mixmaster, oh, can't forget about Mixmaster. Yeah, there's not a lot of variety for cement mixer Decepticons. Or cement mix Transformers in general. Maybe that means the Unicron trilogy was actually really good. Gave us some really cool new characters that some people would like to have new forms of. Hasbro. So Heavy Load here also came with his drill bit minicon, which there's not a lot to do with him unless you come back here to the back, lift this up, pull out these little pegs, and if you have him in his weird tank little vehicle mode thing, there's a hole right up here that you can slap him right on top to. Doesn't really do much, but whatever. But since we also flipped out these pegs here on the side, you can flip this up, get him back to his robot mode, and then there are these little holes here on the sides of his arms that actually can go onto these things to make it seem like he's holding on to something. And it would look weird up there, but the minicon in the show actually did this, so we'll give it a pass. Speaking of the original minicon, while I don't have the original Quick Mix figure, I do have his original minicon. So taking a look there, I honestly kind of like Heavy Load more. Not just because of his Constructicon green and purple, but because he also has painted in treads. I don't know, just something about this guy speaks to me more. Maybe it's because I used to have it when I was younger and there's a bit of nostalgia there for it. We'll get to his Cyber Key gimmick in his robot mode, but there's something else I wanted to point out. In robot mode, this part actually clips right in there to the mixer. But for vehicle mode, you pop that out, and what's really cool is that you can actually spin the drum freely from this part. And knowing where that comes in robot mode, that's actually really, really cool. Plus, not all the time are you able to spin the cement drum on a Transformer. Sometimes, but not all the time. Anyway, while we have this guy's robot mode. And going back to his robot mode, honestly, this body type really fits for a Decepticon. I'm surprised how well it worked for an Autobot, but it works really well as a bad guy. Now, as you can see, the big cement drum comes to his one arm, and knowing that the drum can spin freely in vehicle mode, that kind of makes it even cooler. Coming over to his other arm, he has this like double blaster thing, but unfortunately this arm is gorilla arm, because as you can see, the elbow turns like this, but the fist stays in one place. So that's a little unfortunate, but you know, not a huge deal, I suppose. I kind of like how his head kind of has this headset thing on the side of it. Really nice. Now for his Cyber Key gimmick, you can just lift this up and take the Cyber Key that he comes with and shove it in there. Or you could do what I did when I was younger and paint the Cyber Key purple, like how it's supposed to be. Then take it and shove it on inside there. Now if you're really careful, the drum will split open with no issue, and revealing this missile, which for some reason the button is right up here on top. I guess it's not that strange. But if you're not careful and you're a little rough, these side panels will come off, because they're only held in by one little peg on this little translucent piece. Now, when I was younger, it didn't really bother me that much, but knowing what I do now about clear plastic, it kind of scares me. But I'm sure as long as I use some kid gloves, then clear plastic won't really be much of an issue. Now, his minicon can go to the same place as it did in vehicle mode, but if I'm being quite honest, this guy doesn't really fit well with that figure at all. Yeah, I know that in the show, Gigantians had minicon partners, but he's much better on his own. Just like throw him down with your other minicons and he'll be fine. Doesn't do this guy much difference because he's still a good figure on his own. So that's been Heavy Load. It's a pretty decent figure that's basically from the Cybertron line, and I'm very happy to have him back in my collection. Yeah, I know that he's a figure from only like 10 years ago, but like for me, being that was almost half my lifetime ago, and I actually remember this guy at all, there really is a bit of nostalgia there for him. And I'm really glad to have him back. So that's been another video from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been 01 Trans Fan, the #1. And I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy, guys.